Hey guys, it's Miss Ember, your RISE teacher, and I just want to get on here and do a quick little lesson on something I know we had been working on in our after school is with making questions. So who remembers what is a question? When somebody wants to write a question or maybe somebody ask a question, what is that? Do you remember? So, yes, when you ask a question, you expect an answer. That is right, boys and girls. And do you remember what are some of our question words? There's my cat back there. She's making her appearance. Come here. Oh, she left us. Do you remember some of those words that we said were question words so we could know if a sentence needed an answer or if somebody was asking us a question, how we knew we needed to respond with an answer? A lot of them started with a certain letter that says W. What letter says W? A W. That's right, boys and girls. So I brought some cards today and we're going to review some of our question words. I'm going to say it first and then I want you to say it and then we'll say it together, okay? The first one, where? Where? When? When? What? What? Who? Who? Now those are just some words that can start questions. There's other question words that don't start with W, but those have been some of our focus when we were writing questions together. So let's go over them again. Where? Where? Why? Why? When? When? What? What? Who? And who? Good job, guys. Do you remember what made questions different from just regular sentences? There's some sort of end mark that made them different because normal sentences, if you're not excited, if you're just a telling sentence, you used a period, which is just a dot. Do you remember what we put at the end of a question? A question mark. Very good. All right, let's take out our finger together. Let's do a question mark so it goes around. Dot. Okay. It's going to look like this in the story that we're going to be reading today. Okay. So a question, again, is going to start with a question word. It's going to end with a question mark, and it's going to need an answer of some sort, okay? We ask questions all the time. I know I'm asking them all the time. What do you want for breakfast? What do you want to do today? Why is it still raining? When are we going to go back to school? Okay? All sorts of those questions, and we want an answer, but we don't always are able to get an answer, okay? But most of the time, when you ask a question, you're looking for a certain answer. So I brought a book today. I borrowed this from my son, Keegan, and I think it's a great story because not only does it ask a question, but it's kind of getting you to think about the answers to some questions that you might have. And the title of this one is, What Do You Do with an Idea? So right away, do you see the question word that starts this question? Yes, it is what, okay? Right there, W-H-A-T. And yes, it has a question mark. So what do you do with an idea? Well, what is an idea? We need to figure that out first. What is an idea? Do you have ideas sometimes? I know I have ideas. Do our ideas always happen? Sometimes they do, but not always, right? So when you have an idea, what do you like to do? What do you do with an idea? Sometimes I like to try to make my ideas happen. Sometimes I just like to make believe about my ideas. Sometimes I like to write about my ideas. Sometimes I like to research about what if my idea could happen. Okay, ideas usually produce really great new inventions. So maybe you have an idea about something and it could be a new invention that would help millions of people. So the title again of this book is What Do You Do with an Idea? This is written by Kobe Yamada. And so written means that's the author, and illustrated by May Besson. What's the illustrator do? It does the pictures. What do you think this big gold silver mark means? Has any of the librarians told you? That book has won an award. So this is an extra special book. It says that this book won an award for independent publisher. It got a gold stamp, which is pretty cool. All right, so when I open this up, I noticed that the pictures are sketched. It looks like with pencil or something. So maybe the illustrator just used some pencils. But then I did notice there was a gold egg on the front. So maybe use some color too. What do you do with an idea? One day, I had an idea. Now, who do you think's speaking? Looking at that picture. Yeah, probably the little boy. Where did it come from? Why is it here, I wondered. What will you do with an idea? And right away, I heard a lot of those question words. Where, why, and what? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it, acted like it didn't belong to me. What does fragile mean? Fragile. Now, if I was carrying maybe something glass or holding a newborn baby, it's very fragile. It means it can break very easy. So you got to be careful with your ideas. They're fragile. But this idea, it followed me. Are you starting to notice the color that comes in? It looks like his idea is in color and it keeps following him. Sometimes we get things stuck in our head and we just can't let it go. It's just there and it's something we can't stop thinking about. I worried what others would think, what people would say about my idea. Should we care what other people think about our ideas? Heavens, no. Be proud. If you got something cool, if you got an idea, then be proud of it. I kept it to myself. I hid it away and didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea had showed up. But once the idea comes, it's changed. I like how his idea keeps getting bigger too. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when it was around. It wanted food. It wanted to play. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. Kind of reminds me of my pets. They want to play, they need a lot of attention, and they need food. So an idea can kind of be like a pet that you have. You got to keep it alive, keep growing it, keep nurturing it to make it survive. It grew bigger, and we became friends. See, he's carrying his idea. He's very proud of his idea. I showed it to other people, even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid they would think it's silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and there would never become anything. Should he be discouraged by that? No. If you have an idea and you think it's really cool, don't let people tell you what to think. You keep on. At first, I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to him. If he listened to him, his idea would be all alone. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do. And it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food. I worked with it. I played with it. But most of all, I gave it my attention. So again, if you've got a good idea and you just keep thinking about it, guys, don't throw it away because somebody says, oh, that's too weird. Don't care what other people think. If you got an idea, you stick to it. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. The more you're with something and the more you know it and take care of it, you really get attached to it. Seems he's really attached to his idea. I wonder what his idea is. He hasn't even told us. I built it a new house. One with an open roof where it could look up at the stars. A place where it can be safe to dream. I love that he's letting his idea grow and change and dream. I like being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think even bigger. It shared its secrets with me. It showed me how to walk on my hands because it said it's good to have the ability to see things differently. Not always will everybody see your ideas or your questions the same, and that's okay, guys. It's good to be different. If we're the same, it'd be boring. I couldn't imagine my life without it. And what is he talking about? Couldn't imagine his life without his idea. Look at all the color on this page. Then, one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, took flight, and it burst into the sky. Wow. Is it okay if your idea changes sometimes? Absolutely. I change my mind all the time. I didn't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was a part of everything. Looks like his idea is coming to life. That makes me so excited. And then I realized what you do with an idea, you change the world. The end. So boys and girls, the most important thing is don't ever stop asking those questions, even though sometimes as an adult, sometimes as a mom, sometimes as your teacher, I'm like, no more questions. But don't ever stop asking those questions because those questions need answers. And it's those questions and those big answers that change the world, boys and girls. So again, I miss you. I miss being your RISE teacher. I hope that everybody is doing well, being safe. I hope you enjoy my videos. And please don't forget to stop asking those questions, writing those questions. If you want to keep a journal of questions that you have, and then if you want to bring them to me the next time that we get to be together, I will love to answer your questions, okay? And those questions might change as things happen or observations that you make, but don't forget to stop dreaming and don't forget to be asking those questions, okay? So before we wrap up today, I wanted to go through our words, some of our question words, and hopefully now you're thinking of other question words that weren't in the story or don't start with the letter W. But again, we have where, why, when, what, who, okay? And don't forget, when you write a question, what's that mark that we put at the end of those sentences? Do you remember what it's called? It's here on our title. Yes, it's a question mark, okay? So don't forget to ask those questions, write those questions, come up with your own answers. Look for your own answers in a book or asking people. But again, just keep those questions coming. Keep asking questions, keep growing, and keep learning and keep getting smarter until we can see each other again. Love you. Bye-bye.